here, Gamer Legion.
I'm a straight shooter.
Okay, they're gonna go down the wind range route, which
It absolutely
does.
is, bro. Does he actually still? That's crazy, man.
I think
got the
he
time?
still uploads. I haven't checked, but I think he does. Bottom lane, we do see Ghost picking up a kill. Speaking of the devil speed, of course.
For this the entire year.
I should've-
1 year.
I should have cast as B-Cop or something. Yeah, B-Cop's still around, surely. RCY.
RCY. Oh!
RCY in trouble. Very nice. Blocks here from our Tusk and, of course, damage. You know, you've got setup, but you don't really have the follow-up to it.
No.
Bottom,
And again-
speed
Oh.
is okay. WS, he's the one in danger now. One more will do it, and they're going to find it. WS, he will drop once again.
Cheeky Bramble Maze Lick combination does do a lot of damage. Nightfall, he's just standing there.
Nightfall. I mean, not much else he can do. He's going to try and farm or get something done. They'll find him eventually. Bignum able to secure the kill.
There's no Splinter Blast to try to harass him out a bit. No, the Arctic Burn is nice and steady.
Bit of a chase. Shard's going to land, but again, the follow-up not there. Nightfall, he'll get an avalanche out. Bignum proving to be very pesky on the Willow as Cowrie will finally secure on this Winter Wyvern. Pretty much. That's about the story of Makoto. RCY. Pretty rough time for him on the Earth Spirit. Bignum cops the Laguna immediately from Makoto. Absolutely zero wasting time. So they will try into RCY as well. RCY going to be able to retreat as they do bring in Speed. Speed, not really going to be able to find much of a kill here. In fact, they'll turn back around with the snowball. Meanwhile, RCY does secure the life of Cowrie. So 1-for-1 in the end. Not they are trying. Bottom. Focus fire is out. WS taking a lot of damage here on the Timber. Doesn't really see a good way out of this, and he will die as Bignum. Does make the rotation to ensure they do secure that kill. Top lane, looks like Nightfall's gonna have a crack at Fade, but Fade, he's a tanky boy. Ultimately, they will not have quite enough damage. It'll be just fine. It was funny too, because I was saying earlier that it was Aurora that should be aggressive. Well, here we go. They will try again onto Ghost, but Ghost is just going to windrun his way out of there. Desperate plays, it feels like.
To drag them in. Maybe a bit of an intercept here up top. Cowrie is watching the gate, but...
He's just going to get work onto Cowrie, and Cowrie... I mean, they are going to try and turn back onto Bignum. Bignum will just try to commit onto Cowrie, but looks like Cowrie will be okay, as now Bignum eventually going to be chased down and does get taken out. Happy day.
Largo to just soak up the EXP, get some free creeps, get some farm going. So bottom, not bottom network on the course, that's actually WS. Let's find one more.
They're going to find Mirror. Snowball, it's going to buy some time, but not really enough, as RCY now able to secure a quick one. Well, I mean, you know, John, if your passion is working at a fast food place, you know, maybe do the arts degree. RCY?
RCY? Oh!
He's in trouble. Mirror, gonna get turned on with the Magnetize. Maybe they at least trade, but no. Cold Embrace is gonna fly out. Still Bignum trying, does secure, but it's probably gonna cost his own life, though. No, a nice Terrorize out from Bignum.
Oh. And this is your big issue late down the line. A little bit of a clump up top.
Yeah, they'll try onto this Largo. Fade. Using that arts degree. Not looking too good for him, though. Fade. It's just not enough. Not quite enough.
Right now, Mikey. Alright, I'm having a good day here. Having a good day. It's a good smoke.
Makoto, be careful. AI can do this too. But he's alright. He's okay. Or maybe he's not. Curse Crown is out. It will land. Dive in as well. Makoto, he's barely alive. Surely not for long, though, as the Magnetize should take him up the Cold Embrace. But the Boulder Smash will get the job done, as now Speed just jumping right in. Big Starstorm. They'll take down Cowrie eventually, I think. It's now even Nightfall in between a rock and a hard place, but he will walk his way out of there. They'll move back onto Speed. Speed eventually going to get trapped in the shards. The Starstorm, but Nightfall couldn't give a crap. They'll take out Speed. Meanwhile, Ghost looking at WS. Focus Fire committed, the Shrine of Wisdom being fought over. WS refusing to back away. Ghost lands the power shot. It's not going to be enough, though. Has to leave the Shrine of Wisdom alone. T1 tower. At least Gamer Legion is, but Aurora... I mean, they've got Cowrie around for a defense. And it's not going to be the greatest defense. Fortunately for Cowrie, he does get caught by RCY.
He's got the flying movement. He can kind of zip in and out. He's got a lot of burst damage on hand. If you can get the jump here, perhaps...
Well, they're going to catch Cowrie. Not quite the one they would have liked in Nightfall, but they'll take the freebie. What? They'll just get some wards down to the Dire Jungle, and that'll be all she wrote, it looks like.
Don't want to overstep their welcome when potential clump ups there. They'll go with the Moonlight, though.
And they're going to see WS, but he's got friends around. They'll try to burst him down ASAP. WS does eventually die, but now the Winter's Curse. Gonna hold them all together. They'll move in with Nightfall. Nightfall with a toss out, but it kills nobody. Cowrie and WS, the ones to go down. Q to go. As Aurora, Moonlight Shadow will be forced out from Gamer Legion, still looking to try and force a fight. They'll wrap around again through the river, up towards the top lane. They are going to see speed on that Mirana there for a moment. It is a bit of a pincer maneuver, though. RCY, he's going to find Makoto on that leaner. Makoto, between a rock and a hard place, the arrow as well going to land from speed, and Makoto is just gone. Oh, it's just a horrible fight already for Aurora. WS forced the BKB to run, but Ghost is on his tail. Focus firing him up, forcing the TP away. WS barely going to make it out. Hell, even Nightfall, not out of the woods yet either. Forced the BKB and TP out of there.
Needs more attack speed for that as well. And Gamer Legion, they're playing to their draft strength perfectly throughout this game so far.
Oh, they are going to at least catch speed out. Not going to make up for that previous team fight, but that right-click damage unfortunately not proving to be enough as Nightfall blinking to the high ground rather than the low. WS will take a Curse Crown to the face. Won't be too concerned about it though. Does manage to retreat. Spade gonna run into him, and now Ghost will move in as well, but a very nice curse. Will put an end to the damage of Ghost, but can they actually get them out? In fact, they're gonna jump back in. They'll try to force the fight. Ghost is gone. Fade is gone. A bird. It's the kind of fight you love to see if you're Aurora. They'll try to get RCY now. RCY does manage to get out of there, but it's a 3-for-1 trade as they also pick off speed. And a fantastic setup from Cowrie. In fact, Nightfall, he's found another in Bignum, but Bignum gonna get the Shadow Realm and Blink TP away. Only time will tell. Nightfall will run past Fade. Fade actually saw him in the vision, but Nightfall, he's gonna jump in anyway. No hesitation from him. Terrorized though, gonna land very nicely here from Bignum. And the turnaround back onto Mirror. The Gamer Legion getting away with murder once again. Chase is on now for another. Cowrie, he's also going to get caught out on the Wyvern and will get sniped. RCY, unstoppable now on the Earth Strip. Jump in again from Nightfall, trying, in fact, Ghost gets taken down. Makoto and Nightfall just making short work of him. I mean, it was looking really good, but Ghost, once he gets avalanche tossed, he just can't survive it.
The curse coming into play, and things just swing outside of your control. Bit of a camp out here.
Yeah, mid lane. Speed. He actually gets the leap away. Oh, it's not going to be enough though. Nightfall still able to finish off the kill.
Friends. Can't believe that game's been re-released like 20 times, man.
It's a good game. Ghost?
Ghost?
Oh, Ghost. He's got no BKB this time to play with. They will try to use the catchy lick to get him out. The tree throw. It's not going to be enough. He survives. He does survive. WS does kill off Bignum. Meanwhile, Makoto forced to BKB and look for the TP away, though RCY going to roll in, but it's not enough. Makoto narrowly surviving as well.
Maybe RCY can, but it's still so hard to see that path. It just feels so much easier for Aurora.
Bottom lane, jump in. They aren't going to find Ghost quite yet. Ghost will get the BKB off and turn around for the focus fire onto WS, but he's too tanky. Bignum will be the one to go down. They do at least allow Ghost to get out of there. However, Nightfall, he's found RCY. On the high ground, RCY down, though does have buyback now. Cowrie in with the curse, trying to lock down Ghost. The kick away, no, it was the Walrus Punch. The catchy leak dragging him back. Ghost will make it out of speed now, jumping back in with the buyback of RCY, trying to set up for a big team fight. They do find Mirror, they'll find Cowrie. Now looking at WS. WS does not get the chains off. It will land on nothing. Suddenly 4 down for Aurora.
Look at how RCY is trying to take these fights, right? Like he's actually allowing Ghost to be a bait. He's looking for the backline. He's trying to hunt down Cowrie, trying to hunt down Mira first.
Kind of talking about though, right? Like Aurora. Again, they don't have the ages. It's Ghost that has it, but they're the ones making these little plays happen as Nightfall once again gonna find Bignum this time. Both supports being taken out for Gamer Legion, and now Aurora, they might just keep pressuring. I mean, why not? You're really not that afraid of this Wind Ranger.
No.
It's not that big of a deal.
Really isn't. I mean, 2 supports down. You can't get...
Jump in again. Avalanche and tosses out. Ghost will be okay, but they force the buyback committal from Bignum as now... Oh, Makoto!
Instant dieback!
Instant dieback! Makoto just bursting him down. They will retreat eventually.
They head back out. Mikado is inching towards his level 5 Dagon, so fun days ahead. They do get some catch here.
They certainly do. Speed does go down. Cowrie looking for a curse, not finding it. Nightfall actually just getting taken out. Ghost getting the damage off this time around. Nightfall's gone, so is RCY, but they've also taken down Cowrie. There's now WS trying to chain, but misses again. Doesn't matter though, he's still alive. Eventually gets the chains away. Mirror will run as well. Makoto's still around if they want to try into Ghost without the BKB. Makoto thinking about turning. Light Strike Array does land. They'll break the Lincolns, but Ghost, he's going to be just fine. They'll pop the Laguna onto Fade, but Fade tanks through it. WS, he has gone down. Actually run into this Tiny on his own. The Gamer Legion instead might see WS first as he does blink in, but chains away. Shackle will lock him down. Here comes Nightfall though, jumping onto Ghost. Can they burst him down? They can!
There's no buyback.
Ghost, he never got the BKB off. No buyback available for him on this Wind Ranger. It's now WS moving forward, trying to find some more targets. Unable to burst out Bignum. Shards out here from Mirror. Mirror though playing very carefully, trying not to get sniped himself. There's RCY, gonna jump back in. Not able to find a kill quite yet, but gets a big magnetize off. They will not find the Tusk yet, though he is pretty much as good as dead. Nightfall, dropping really low to RCY, is forced to back away, but WS jumping back in, though RCY still proving to just be doing so much damage. Does actually take... in fact, they all died! What? RCY! He's got all the damage, and he wants all the smoke. As they will continue chasing for another. It's just Mirror left and he is gone.
Yeah. Int Blink coming up next as they will Moonlight Shadow here.
Yeah, they're going to give this a crack. Who are they going for first? Looks like they are going to try into Bignum. Bignum, though, with the Aeon Disc, going to be able to survive the onslaught from our Lena. Everyone else from Aurora just trying to retreat. They are eventually going to see Cowrie, and Cowrie will go for the Cold Embrace, but it's only going to buy a little bit of time. The speed will... You're kind of wondering how they even fight it at this point. Gamer Legion, they're going to smoke up as 5. Aurora have smoked up as 3. WS will run into them eventually. They have found Bignum. Aeon Disc is going to be proper. Makoto!
Makoto?
BKB, he's going to fly himself out of there. That's your BKB of the Lena forced out, so now Gamer Legion, they might just keep the fight going, and in fact they will. RCY, he has been caught in the back, but there's just not enough damage. There is just not enough quite yet, as they will Walrus punch him up. RCY still in the middle, but gets the magnetize off. They have nothing in the way of bursting anyone down here. Aurora just need to retreat. Mirror looking like the one to go down first, surely. He will snowball away. Meanwhile, Makoto still trying for Bignum. Bignum finally goes down, but Mirror will drop as well.
Taking my... It's so bad. Still, what's not so bad is taking Roshan. Got the Ags on Cowrie to try to sneak around, but...
Oh, Nightfall's going to jump in. They'll try for the Largo burst down, but it's not enough yet. They've got him eventually, though. Fade will go down.
No buyback.
No buyback available. This could be the fight for Aurora. They will kite in and out, though, being a little bit wary of RCY, because RCY, he's hitting them like a truck. Cowrie trying to fly away. WS will chain out of there. Meanwhile, Nightfall now moving back in onto RCY. Will blow up the Aeon disc. But can they actually do with him? No. He'll enchant himself and just kick himself out. Roshan's still up. Jump in again now from WS. Not finding quite enough. The Laguna is going to catch Ghost. Ghost is down. He's got buyback available. He might be forced to commit it, though. Bignum also falling. RCY continuing to enchant himself and kick himself out. But Roshan will now go the way of Aurora. They want to get as much as they possibly can while they can. The openings have just not been available here up against Gamer Legion. Jump in, trying to find this Largo. Fade, he's just so tanky though, it's not going to be that simple. Mirror forced the BKB and trying to run away. Meanwhile, Nightfall jumping in onto RCY, forcing a BKB of his own. WS starting to drop pretty darn low on the Timber. Will chain his way out, but the magnetized damage just doing so much. It's WS. Oh, they're going to lose Nightfall. The Aegis is gone. Roll back in, but a nice blink out of it. They won't quite time the roll perfectly. Is now Makoto trying to start the fight once again, but the magnetizer is still going. Arrow going to land onto Makoto in the back, but he's all right. Nightfall again looking to move in. Does go for the bottom lane of Barracks. Will secure it. And just TPs away as the Megas are now finally up. Hallelujah. Here we go. Jump in. They're going to try again for Fade. Fade this time around is going to go down. He's got buyback though. But they'll be happy to try and force it. Onto the tier 4 towers. Roll in from RCY. He got himself Nightfall with that roll. But the BKB TP away from Nightfall, it surely will be enough, and it will be. Aurora want none of this. As magnetizers popping left, right, and center. They are going to find at least one in the form of Cowrie. Cowrie to go down. Mirror also left behind as Makoto just trying to kite in and out of this one. They jump back in now into Bignum, but Bignum with the Aeon is going to survive through the Laguna. RCY continuing the chase onto Makoto. Speed also chasing him down, but Makoto does fly himself out of it. Bignum does die in the meantime. Not out of this game yet, Gamer Legion. They're fighting back.
These fights is very atypical of what most teams have to get done in a late game scenario for sure. Still poking in though onto the high ground.
Now trying. WS will avoid the roll from RCY. In fact, to jump back in from Nightfall onto this Wind Ranger, but Ghost is going to be fine as now Nightfall. He's dropping really low on this Tiny.
Oh,
Nightfall is down. He's got buyback, but it's just RCY. He's such a nuisance. They're so afraid of this Earth Spirit. And rightfully so, John.
What happens here, whoever wins like the one pivotal team fight, I think you can say it, just the fact that Gamer Legion makes it this scary up against Aurora, this is such a... this looks like a different team.
Leap away, not going to be enough. Speed does go down. Meanwhile, though, Curse is out. RCY. Aeon Disc is going to save, but the Laguna, no, it's not even available. Still RCY. They've got enough ultimately in the end. He does go down, but he's got buyback if he needs it. Well, you're at the point where the supports are carrying as well. Everyone's doing so much damage. Fade will try to retreat once again. He will be able to do so for now, but Cowrie, he's such a menace on this Wyvern now. With this Stygian, he just continues to move forward. Still trying, but they will eventually find him here with Ghost. Cowrie is down. He's got buyback. Now onto the task. They'll find Mirror to boot. He's also got buyback. Everybody has buyback.
I love it, you know?
So do I.
Look, it's action-packed. It's a blessing. You know, I haven't had to resort to 6-7 chokes as they jump.
No, please don't. RCY will look to roll away. Does make it out. Bignum, meanwhile, being dragged back. Surely does go down. Bignum, not dead yet, but finally does get Dagon down as LRCY gets the magnetized pop, and that's what's really scary. WS, BKB run away, but Ghost is on the chase. WS surely to go down, but gets up to the high ground. Do they continue to chase? No. WS will be allowed to walk away. Meanwhile, T4 Towers under siege again, I do believe, by our creeps. They've got to get back and defend the Ancients exposed.
He wants to go in this.
Ghost.
Cowrie.
Cowrie's on the Ancient. Cowrie's trying to end the game.
The right clicks.
He's trying to end the game. Meanwhile, Fade trying to run. Fade will go down, surely. He will die. No buyback available. Ghost trying to save this game. The Ancient, though, going down. Ghost will drop.
Oh,
no buyback. That's a dieback on him. That'll be RCY surely to go down. We'll see if he can make magic happen. He'll roll out of there. Magnetize left, right, and center. Aegis is gone. They want to take down RCY. Carrie's just focused on the Ancient. He could not give a crap. That'll be RCY down. And the game is over. It's got to be over. But they want to bully Speed a little bit more. They'll get him. And there's the G.
It's not really the ideal way to play the game, but it's one way.
Here we go. Wind Makoto. And he will not, unfortunately.
Combo.
However, bottom looks like they have found themselves a Wind Ranger. Nightfall not looking too healthy. Eventually should be taken out as Bignum.
Lane, which isn't the most fantastic of times. There's a lot of pressure that can come out here from WS and Mira. Speed doing a good job of just being pesky though, but Ghost is so soft.
Ghost. Yeah, he's really soft. He'll get away just barely with the Fairy Fire. They'll keep him on very low HP. Speed, look at a trade, does actually get him. Speed, getting a lot of work done here in the bounty already. Able to set up on...
Speed isn't in the area either, so looks like not gonna be able to try to sneak around with extra. And they don't. RCY just takes away Rune instead. They'll find Bignum, but no Rune still for Mikado. That's 6 minutes with no Rune here for...
being provided here by Speed, proving to be very valuable as they are going to look for a fight over these shrines. Arrow not going to land, unfortunately, here for Gamer Legion, but the chase will continue on to Mira. Sunstrike does come in with the Reaper's side, and they do manage to at least trade on the Shrines of Wisdom. Going to be able to set up for too much. Well, I say that. The Malice going to land. Firestorm and the Arrow as well from the back, and Nightfall will eventually get taken down. I say he couldn't set up, John, but just the vision game's enough.
Pretty passive lane for him up against Ghost for the most part when they have been left 1v1.
Jump in again, Speed. This time they might finally get the punish on the BH, and they will.
Spirit Vessel's coming in. You've got 2 charges up at least. You could try to make a play, but without something like a power rune to help augment you, it's not exactly the simplest thing.
Top. Ghost, he's a big target, but he's going to be hard to take down. They don't have quite enough yet. Reaper's Scythe not going to quite finish the job on the WS either. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade thus far. Scoury looking to just retreat out of here. Speed will keep tapping. In fact, Speed, just so much damage once you have that Solar Bind and the Macropire. Meanwhile, bottom Nightfall going for a quick chase onto Fade, but doesn't quite have enough damage even with the Javelin up. We'll have to watch. Just providing all this information, these courier snipes, even the lane domination. WS once again being chased down here. Speed not letting him get away. And WS has no choice but to accept his death. Just Reaper's Scythe from Ghost. Another question entirely, but for now this hero has just done fantastic work. Gamer League, look for more. Nightfall eventually going to be spotted, can't really fight for the Shrine. Will turn around trying to take down this bounty hunter. Speed should eventually fall as Makoto does jump in and gets the job done. Now looking for a little bit more on this Void Spirit. He'll jump onto Ghost, hits him with the Aether Remnant. Nice shackle as well from Nightfall, landing onto 2 of them. And Ghost is not going to be able to make his way out. He will die. Going to be a successful team fight this time for Aurora.
And you clean up nicely.
Does need a fair bit more though to feel like the Necrophos that really just feels impossible to kill. Bottom lane, they will try to secure the Keeper of the Light. Mira will eventually die, but it might be at the cost of Fade's life, and in fact the Macropie is going to make sure of it. So much damage early on. So a very nice trade once again for Aurora, and with the helm of the Dom up, or rather the helm of the Overlord up, these tower pushes, they're pretty darn easy.
It is going to be worth a fair bit. They get the combo, Mikado.
Ooh. Do Mikado. He's going to go down. Gamer Legion right now. Like, you haven't really got what it takes to force these fights. I mean, you've got a BKB up on RCY, so maybe you can try to force something to happen, and they are going to indeed go for a quick gank by the Shrine of Wisdom. The Mirror's making it really hard to actually kill him off, but eventually they do get him. Meanwhile, though, the cavalry is incoming. They want to force the fight, and Fade got roared up in the middle of all that. So it's still going to be a pretty bad trade at the end. I suppose you call it worth with the Shrine of Wisdom on top. But they...
To be up front for the global gank to work. Maybe they find WS though?
Be a big one if they can. WS has been caught, and in fact they are going to find him. Great pickup here for RCY now. Again, the BH has been the one real nuisance to everyone on the side of Aurora. They will finally find him at the very least. Speed, though, making it hard to actually kill him off, but he's trapped. Surely, they do get it.
Okay, this is at least holding creep wave back, but gotta see some Reaper Scythe kick in here from Ghost. Maybe now.
If they at least find one, Carry's going to go down, but Speed does also die.
By one, but Aurora's starting to clump up now. BKB on Fade. Maybe, Ghost. Ooh.
And the Shackle not going to be great. The Lotus Orb bouncing it back. Still Makoto going to happily jump in anyway. Trying to set up on the Necrophos, but not quite enough. As Ghost does casually walk out of there. Nightfall in the middle of nowhere. He's going to get Reaper's Sight, but he'll survive through it. He still has the Aegis as he does lose his first life. BKB still available for him as they'll look to turn now back onto Ghost. Ghost trying to fight back. In fact, just walking away. They don't have enough output to actually deal with the Necrophos at the moment. Ghost will be alright. BKBs do wear off. Gamer Legion not really giving up any. In fact, they might go for a kill into WS. 4 staffs away from Mirror. WS still in pretty big danger. These Pit of Malice is proving to be a pretty big nuisance, and Ghost does jump in to ensure they secure the kill.
1k lead being maintained by Gamer Legion. Ghost still 3k above what you're seeing here from Nightfall. Fade the only core that's kind of lagging behind, but somewhat to be expected for the Underlord, having to just dip into the jungle.
Really playing around here with Nightfall. Eventually Ghost will make his way as well, though. A big macro pyre. RCY getting locked down, although they might at least find Nightfall as a trade, and they will. So decent trade for Gamer Legion. Carry will make his way out of there just fine. I suppose you accept the trade because you have to as Aurora, but I doubt they'll be too happy about losing their win range like that. He has his own BKB anyway in case he needs it. But they will continue to try and hunt him down. Speed is going to get spotted. Speed will die. Makoto able to find one, but now the Pit of Malice to lock him, but no, they can't actually break the gap to try and go after this Void Spirit safely. So now they look to retreat. Ghost playing on the front. Raw is committed, but the Lotus Orb bounce back is there. Makoto though jumping in, and Ghost, he does get taken down quickly. Fade trying to continue this fight, will eventually BKB TP away, but he can't make it. They've got the damage output. And so Gamer Legion, they're not losing too much. Speed will be spotted by Makoto, but does narrowly avoid the 8th Remnant. Still Makoto continuing to move in, hoping for a quick snipe, and he actually does get it.
And they're starting to break the side of Gamer Legion apart just a bit. They're not able to be as sneaky now in catching one more Fade.
They have found another. Makoto, he's really on fire on this Void Spirit. BKB, it only helps so much here for Fade. He can't make it. Fade, he knows he's down. And Makoto, he's still hunting for more. Some value there. Legion still holding out. They have found themselves a Makoto Void Spirit, though. He's found them, it looks like. He'll take down Speed on his own with his BKB active. Now a big Pit of Malice, though, catching out 3 targets. The Nightfall, he'll just force his own BKB and run. So nothing to come of this yet. Now Makoto jumping back in. He found RCY. And just so much damage output right now from Makoto. So a move on a Fade as well. Fade really starting to melt. Ghost forced to just TP out of there. But it's 3 down for Gamer Legion. And Aurora, they can just go for a quick Roshan.
Gamer Legion, again, they're not out of it yet, but the path forward just feels so difficult with this draft they have.
Oh, jump in again. Raw Ghost. He's the one to get caught. BKB's out. He's not going to die straight off the bat, but Makoto just right-clicking him to death slowly but surely. Makoto, relentless. This Ghost still unable to get away. He's going to surely die here, though they will force staff him out just barely. He will make it. However, RCY cannot get out. At least they got the Necrophos out of there. That's the one positive about this. The mid-ranks finally finished off. Now the Yules will save the day for the Void Spirit. They can't Reaper Sight them down. RCY, he bought back for this, but he's also going to die another time. Immediate dieback for RCY. A perfect shackle here from Nightfall as well, catching another 2. Speed will go down in the meantime to Makoto. Ghost desperately trying, but they're just ignoring him. Double kill for Makoto, taking down Fade to boot. And now Ghost, between a rock and a hard place, will also drop. He's got buyback, but he's lacking teammates here, John. It's not looking good for Gamer Legion.
No. Oh, Fountain Dive?
Maybe a bit of a fountain dive, though, could fix things. But maybe not. Nightfall's still okay to escape, it looks like. They can just do that. Oh boy, Ghost. Oh, Ghost.
Yeah.
That'll be all she wrote. GG's called. Gamer Legion, they put up a great fight during Game 1, but unfortunately for Game 2, it was a much more dominant affair, and Aurora